Zilrex floated lazily in his neural integration pod, the faint hum of data streams filling his auditory nodes. The Vrellan was the epitome of efficiency, a being whose species had perfected threat analysis to a monotonous art. As one of the Galactic Coalition's senior threat analysts, Zilrex's job was to predict disruptions, maintain galactic peace, and ensure that no species destabilized the delicate harmony of the stars. For decades, his tasks had been predictable. A rogue asteroid here, a malfunctioning AI protocol there. Nothing exciting. Even the occasional interspecies skirmish was resolved with the click of a button. The galaxy was, by all accounts, boringly safe, and Zilrex liked it that way. Until today. The tranquility of Zilrex's workspace shattered as red lights flashed across the threat monitoring hub. An automated voice blared through the station's comms. Alert, newly contacted species detected. Threat level, maximum. Zilrex's four eyes widened, his limbs twitching in disbelief. A maximum threat. Impossible. The Coalition hadn't encountered a truly dangerous species in over a century. He quickly interfaced with the system, pulling up the flagged profile. Species, Homo sapiens. Common name, humans. Origin, planet Earth. Category, Death World. Behavioral assessment, unpredictable notable traits. Recklessness, ingenuity, and, what is this? Humor. Humor. What in the black void does humor have to do with threat analysis? Zilrex muttered, his mandibles clicking in irritation. The data poured in. Humans detonating nuclear devices on their own planet, for science, launching themselves into orbit with what appeared to be primitive fireworks, and engaging in something called extreme sports, which seemed to involve deliberately risking their lives for entertainment. Zilrex's neural pod trembled as he processed the final line. High probability of galactic destabilization. Immediate monitoring required. This must be a mistake, he whispered. But as he delved deeper into the reports, the overwhelming evidence made one thing clear. Humans were unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. The alarm escalated when Zilrex received a live feed from a Coalition-controlled space beacon near human territory. A human exploratory ship had arrived and promptly disabled the beacon. Zilrex activated the transmission feed, watching in stunned silence as the human crew huddled around the beacon. "Think it's broken?" one human asked, scratching their head. "Nah," replied another. "Probably just needs a reset. Anyone got duct tape?" Zilrex nearly fell out of his pod. Duct tape. On a galactically regulated beacon. Moments later, the beacon flickered back to life, but not before broadcasting a new signal. To Zilrex's horror, the humans had somehow reprogrammed it to emit a message across 3 sectors. "Free Wi-Fi here. Human ship. Duck 420. "What is Wi-Fi?" Zilrex murmured, baffled. The Coalition erupted into chaos. Diplomats scrambled to address the breach, technicians worked to undo the signal, and Zilrex watched in mounting dread as humanity's actions upended everything. Over the following days, Zilrex became consumed by his analysis of humans. Every report, every broadcast, every piece of historical data painted the same picture. Humans were a paradox. They thrived in chaos, made decisions that defied logic, and somehow turned recklessness into an evolutionary advantage. Zilrex's neural pod was soon littered with data fragments, humans surviving volcanic eruptions and rebuilding their cities, engineers using tape, spit, and hope to fix spacecraft in orbit, a cultural phenomenon called memes, which his threat analysis systems flagged as potentially destabilizing humor-based weapons. And yet, despite the chaos, humans weren't malicious. They didn't seem intent on conquering or destroying, they simply were. Zilrex's calm, methodical mind began to unravel. "They're not a threat. They're anomalies," he exclaimed, his voice echoing through the empty station. But the automated system disagreed. Humans remained flagged as a maximum threat, and the Coalition demanded immediate containment protocols. As Zilrex reviewed the latest human activity, footage of a diplomatic meeting turned impromptu barbecue, his terminal lit up with a new alert. Human fleet detected approaching coalition space, threat assessment pending. The feed showed a small human ship slowly coasting into orbit around the coalition's capital planet. A human face appeared on the communication screen, smiling brightly. "Ah, hey there, we brought snacks." Zilrex froze, his limbs twitching. "Snacks," he hissed. "They're bringing snacks to an interstellar summit." Before he could react, the coalition's automated defense systems activated. Alarms blared as the screen flashed. "Maximum threat alert. Deploy containment protocols immediately." Zilrex could only watch in horror as humanity's unpredictable journey in the galaxy began. Zilrex's neural pod glowed faintly as he frantically monitored the incoming human fleet. Despite its small size and seemingly outdated design, the Coalition's automated threat detection systems were spiraling into panic. The human message repeated across all frequencies. "Hello, Galactic Coalition. We're here to make friends. Oh, and we brought snacks." Zilrex tried to override the automated protocols, but it was too late. Defensive fleets scrambled into formation, aiming their weapons at the human ships. Zilrex opened a communication channel to the Coalition leadership. "Stop this madness," he shouted, his voice resonating through the neural link. "They're bringing snacks, not weapons." A gruff voice responded from the High Council. "Snacks are irrelevant. The system has classified them as a Class 1 threat, and they must be neutralized." On the human flagship, Captain Elise Carter stood in front of her crew with an easy grin. "All right, folks, first impressions are everything. Let's try not to break anything this time." The bridge erupted into nervous laughter. Nearby, her engineer, Ivan Wrench Kowalski, held up a tray of sandwiches. "Do you think they'll go for peanut butter and jelly? Or should we try the grilled cheese?" As the humans approached the Coalition capital, their scanners picked up an alarming number of weapon locks. Elise frowned, tapping a control panel. Guys? Why do they look like they're about to shoot us?" Ivan shrugged. "Maybe they're not sandwich fans." Desperate to avert disaster, Zilrex hacked into the Coalition's communication network and directly addressed the humans. "Humans, this is Zilrex of the Galactic Coalition. Turn back immediately. Your presence has triggered a threat response. The fleets will fire." Elise raised an eyebrow at the sudden intrusion. "Triggered a what now?" "A threat response. The Coalition perceives you as dangerous, and the automated systems are preparing to eliminate you," Zilrex explained, his mandibles twitching with anxiety. Elise burst out laughing. "Dangerous? Us? Look, buddy, we're just here to say hi and maybe share some sandwiches." Ivan chimed in, holding up the tray to the screen. "Yeah, they're freshly made." Zilrex stared at the humans, his 4 eyes narrowing. "You're bringing sandwiches to an interstellar summit." "Of course," Elise said. "You never visit someone's house empty-handed." Despite Zilrex's efforts, the Coalition's defense fleet fired warning shots. The human ship veered to avoid the blasts, but in the process, one of their cargo bays ruptured, sending crates of supplies hurtling into orbit. The Coalition panicked. The automated threat system misclassified the debris as biological weapons. Alarms blared across the capital as defensive shields activated. Zilrex groaned. "What did you launch into space?" Ivan squinted at the scanner. "Looks like marshmallows and packets of hot sauce?" Coalition forces scrambled to contain the threat as flaming marshmallows streaked through the sky, causing widespread confusion. Elise grimaced. "Okay, so maybe we didn't secure the snacks properly. Our bad." Eventually, Zilrex managed to override the automated systems and allowed the humans to land on the Coalition's capital planet. What followed was nothing short of interstellar pandemonium. The humans unpacked their diplomatic supplies, which included a grill, a karaoke machine, and a pack of small dogs. Emotional support animals, Elise clarified. Coalition delegates, accustomed to rigid formality, stared in horror as humans invited them to try barbecue ribs and participate in a karaoke contest. One alien delegate, attempting to understand human customs, tried to sing a human song and accidentally started an impromptu dance party. Zilrex watched the chaos unfold from his station, his mandibles clicking rapidly. This is a diplomatic summit, not a whatever this is. The situation took a darker turn when a rogue species known as the Draenax launched a surprise attack on the Coalition capital. Their fleet arrived in formation, overwhelming Coalition defenses with superior firepower. Zilrex's systems erupted in alarms. Draenax assault! This is a true Class 1 threat. As Coalition forces scrambled, the humans immediately sprang into action. Captain Elise turned to her crew. Looks like we're not just here for sandwiches. Time to show them what humans can do. The humans deployed their fleet in an unorthodox manner, using decoy drones disguised as their ships to lure the Draenax forces into a trap. While the Coalition watched in stunned silence, the humans hijacked a nearby asteroid and sent it careening toward the Draenax fleet. Broadcasted Earth music, ranging from Beethoven to heavy metal, on all frequencies, confusing the Draenax and throwing their tactical AI into chaos. Used their engineers' jury-rigged tech to disable the enemy fleet's power cores. Zilrex's neural pod buzzed with activity as he watched the impossible unfold. They're improvising, he whispered in awe. As the Draenax fleet retreated, the Coalition forces began to regroup. The humans docked their flagship at the Coalition station, greeted by a stunned Zilrex. Elise grinned. So, how'd we do? Zilrex stared at her, struggling to process his thoughts. Finally, he managed to croak, "You are the most dangerous species I've ever encountered." Elise laughed. "Dangerous? Nah, we just like to win." But deep in the shadows of Coalition space, a new threat was already brewing, and the galaxy was about to learn that when it came to humans, danger was only the beginning. Zilrex's report on humanity spread rapidly through the Galactic Coalition. His chilling conclusion, unpredictable, dangerous, and terrifyingly effective, sent shockwaves through the bureaucratic corridors of power. The Coalition's response was swift. Committees convened to discuss containment strategies, while analysts scrambled to understand how humanity had gone from potential allies to chaotic saviors. But as much as the Coalition tried to compartmentalize humanity's actions, the Draenax retreat made one thing undeniable. The humans had won the battle their way, and it had worked. Zilrex, for his part, couldn't shake his fascination. He requested a face-to-face meeting with Captain Elise Carter and her crew, eager to uncover the method behind their madness. The meeting took place aboard the human flagship, a ship that somehow combined cutting-edge technology with a level of clutter Zilrex could only describe as organized disarray. Wires hung from panels, tools were strewn across surfaces, and a small dog sat in the captain's chair, wagging its tail. "Is this normal?" Zilrex asked, his mandibles twitching. Elise shrugged. "More or less. Welcome to the Dauntless. Ignore Sparky, he's just the morale officer." Zilrex decided to focus on the purpose of his visit. "Captain Carter, your tactics during the Draenax assault were unprecedented. Your fleet's actions defied every known strategy. How did you—" "Win?" Elise interrupted, smiling. "Simple. We don't follow the playbook. We write our own." Zilrex tilted his head. "But your methods were highly unorthodox. Weaponizing music? Using an asteroid as a projectile?" Ivan Kowalski, lounging nearby with a wrench in hand, chuckled. "Hey, we just saw an opportunity and took it. Asteroids are free, you know." Zilrex's limbs twitched in exasperation. "But how can you operate with such chaos?" Elise leaned forward, her expression serious for the first time. "Because chaos isn't a weakness. It's our greatest strength. When the enemy can't predict you, they can't beat you." Their conversation was interrupted by a sudden alert. A Coalition ship had gone silent near the edge of Draenax space, and intelligence suggested it was a trap. The Draenax were regrouping, determined to reclaim their lost territory. Zilrex froze. "A retaliation so soon? Their fleet shouldn't be operational yet." Elise smirked, standing up. "Guess they didn't account for us." The Coalition quickly assembled a defensive fleet, But Zilrex found himself on the Dauntless as humanity once again led the charge. The Draenax fleet outnumbered the coalition forces 2-1, but Elise and her crew were undeterred. They employed tactics that left Zilrex reeling in both awe and terror. The paint job maneuver. The Dauntless launched decoy drones painted to resemble other coalition ships, confusing the Draenax targeting systems. The meme barrage. Zane Hawk, their communications officer, hacked into the Draenax's systems and broadcasted Earth memes directly to their fleet, causing widespread panic and confusion. Asteroid pinball. Ivan Kowalski used the ship's tractor beam to launch smaller asteroids into the Draenax formation, bouncing them between ships like a galactic game of pinball. Even Zilrex was forced to participate. At Elise's insistence, he sent a direct message to the Draenax commander. "If you retreat now, we'll send you a gift basket of marshmallows. Refuse, and we'll send more humans." To everyone's surprise, the Draenax hesitated. The battle reached its climax when Elise ordered a maneuver so reckless that even her crew hesitated. "We'll fly straight through their fleet, right under their noses. Trust me." Zilrex clung to a support beam as the Dauntless accelerated, weaving between enemy ships at breakneck speed. The Draenax AI struggled to predict their path, leaving their fleet in disarray. The humans capitalized on the chaos, disabling key ships and forcing the Draenax to retreat once more. As the dust settled, Zilrex sat in stunned silence. For the first time in his career, he couldn't quantify what he'd witnessed. Back at the Coalition headquarters, Zilrex presented his updated report. The Council listened intently as he summarized humanity's actions. "They are unpredictable, reckless, and entirely unconventional," Zilrex began. "But they are also adaptive, resourceful, and capable of uniting in ways no other species can. Their presence will change the galaxy forever." The council members murmured amongst themselves, clearly unsettled. "And what is your recommendation?" one of them asked. Zilrex hesitated before responding. "Embrace the chaos." The story ended with humanity being welcomed into the Galactic Coalition, not as allies to be controlled, but as partners who brought something entirely new to the table. Zilrex, once a rigid adherent to rules and order, found himself adapting to the human way of thinking. As he shared a drink with Elise and her crew during a galactic barbecue, Zilrex finally understood humanity's greatest strength. They didn't just survive chaos, they thrived in it.